Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house, bringing another great edition of Call of Duty for me, because that's what I do. PM-9, kick silencer, sleight of hand, assassin pro, steady aim, 9v9 ground war domination on my favorite map, I guess, because it's like the second video in a row on Oasis. The strange thing about this game is that I was testing out the weapon, because a lot of people are like, yo Fist, you haven't covered the PM-9, this weapon, that weapon, and I just haven't gotten to them. I just really didn't believe in the PM-9. I mean, I had such a bad experience with it. I posted videos before and I was like, this thing sucks. Then after the buff, after the hotfix buff, this is how I wanted the Uzi to be in every single Call of Duty that was ever out. Now granted, in this particular game, I was playing really selfish because I was testing out the PM-9. You know, sometimes on YouTube you have to spell stuff out, and you have to literally, it's like you have to have it signed in blood or proof by video, or everything has to be spelled out. And then, or else people will start hating on your videos and hating on you, which it shouldn't really matter to me, because I really, you know, there's a lot, just in general, there are just some people in this world, no matter if the divine himself came down, there's nothing he could do. It's just like telling a little kid, listen, the stove is hot. They're still gonna stick their hand in there because they just don't know. They just have to experience it for themselves. And that's the same thing when I talk about other stuff on my channel. People take it personal and don't understand it, so therefore they hate on it. That's just life. So anyways, going on about the PM-9, silence with kick on it, I was testing this weapon out. Meaning that I wanted to see, you know, how good it was. You know, I haven't really tried it since the buff. So this is what this video represents. Me seeing what I could get away with. That's what I'm trying to get across here. You know, how fast he runs, how much, you know, steady aim can shoot off the hip. I really wasn't looking for the win. And it's, you know, it's like I gotta take 2 minutes to explain this because you didn't win the game. Yeah. It's not the point of the video, stupid. You know, I hate to say that, but I'm not saying people are stupid. I'm just saying that some people act stupid. So the point is that the PM-9, if you ever remembered, you know, I haven't seen a good SMG like this in a long time. To be honest with you, if you're gonna use the PM-9, it's probably one of the, I think it is the top, if you use the PM-9 enough, I think it's one of the top SMGs in the game now. For simple of fact is you could take out multiple targets and then have like your secondary, like the FMG9s or the PM or FM9s or whatever. The PM-9 with the FMG9s is a lethal rushing combination, as you can see here, just for the simple fact alone that I got 70 kills in this game. And there had a lot of bad luck happen to me in here. Like, you know, a lot of times you will look at the mini-map and you'll see your teammates, and you just assume that if you see a red or I mean a green arrow or a blue arrow, whichever way you got it set up, and then you see the enemy on the mini map, and let's say you got 2 guys on your team, you're like, oh, they got that handled. So then you go down and you call in your predator missile, and then all of a sudden they get killed, and then you get killed, and you could have got, you know, it's like assumption will get you will get your ass kicked with assumptions in Call of Duty. You can't assume that your teammates are looking or even have the comprehension to look at a mini-map, let alone take on an enemy, and just assume that if that person goes over there. See, here's what you have to do. You have to realize when you're going to assume your teammates are going to handle that situation, you have to be able to chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. What does that mean? That means that if you're going to assume that, then while you're taking on the other target, while you're assuming the other person is doing that, you better be watching the kill feed and realize, okay, did my guy just get killed? Do I need to go over there? Or you can't open your briefcase like I've did a couple times in this game, which, you know, that's my own fault. But I think it is right here. I'm not sure. No, it's not here. But anyways, going on. That's just a little tip for you. Another tip is, in Call of Duty, if there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Kill and wait. Kill and wait. And don't reload. Don't reload unless you kill 2 people. When you kill 2 people, then the ratio 2 to 1 is okay to reload. Just go ahead and do it. It's a good day. But if you reload after seeing one guy, there's another guy staggering behind because they get killed, they spawn, they come back for revenge kill, and they stagger. So just remember that. So anyways, going on with the PM-9, I find it very lethal with the FMG9s. With the rapid fire, it is not as good as like the but with kick and silencer and off the hip, because this character moves so fast, you'll notice there's a couple fights that I get into either earlier before this or after this, where I'm like drop shotting, dipping behind a car, reloading, coming back up and shooting. Now you'll notice right there it takes up a big signature to the in front of you and to the right of you, so sometimes, or below you, and you'll notice that it'll get in the way of the character models and it might hinder your view. So every gun does that, right? But I think it's right here. See right here, I missed this guy and then I get countered with the flash and the smoke. That's the only thing that can counter that. But I think I come back up through here and had some great battles. Now there's plenty of times that I should have went for the flag and should have went for the win, but I didn't. You know, it was just pure greed. I should have went back for C flag back there a couple times. Right here I throw the smoke. You know, I think we get this flag. Yep. And then I come down here and then I get shot through the, yeah, like they were bum rushing B anyway. But there was an instance after this when I had this great battle by the car, and it just showed me how much I think this weapon has a lot more mobility than a damn pistol. I mean, it's almost like an automatic pistol you're carrying anyway, but it just has so much great mobility. I think it's right here. Let's see. Yep, I think it's right here. See, yep, I dip behind this car, killed 2 guys, and then dip back down. Look at that. That thing, it's amazing how that works together, and then you can run with the FMG9s. And see, this is all takes part of getting used to. Once you know the characteristics of the firing on this weapon with the combination setup that you're using, lethal combination, huge amount of kills. I'm definitely going to go back to it later on. Like I said, I don't play Call of Duty every day like I used to, so it's sad that these buffs take so long to come along, you know what I mean? I wish this was the way it was when the game first came out, because I definitely would have been using this SMG a lot more. Now, I haven't got to use the FAD, and I plan on getting to that. You know, this FMG9 was a huge surprise to me. I mean, if I were going to rank the SMGs, lethality off the hip, I would definitely put the FMG9 in the top. I would say, listen, MP7, FMG9, and maybe the I don't use the PP90. I don't like it, but I like the more than the PP90. So I would have to say it's tied for top 3, top 4. Definitely a great SMG. All the SMGs are pretty much have a usefulness now in this game, which is great. I love seeing SMGs having, you know, some lethality in the game. So, anyways, going on to my last part of the story, I've been hearing people talking about the Dragunov with the silencer, and it's you know, I haven't gotten to it, but I definitely want to try it out, because I mean, I'm thinking like, what was it, Battlefield 3 with the ACOG and the Dragunov with the silencer was lethal, and I've been getting killed by it lately. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, this thing might be this. The Dragunov has always been crappy in Call of Duty, so I definitely want to try that out. Here I switch my weapon when I should have been shooting. I'm making a lot of mistakes by the margins, not capping C, throwing smoke when I shouldn't be throwing so, shooting the Reaper not at the target of B flag. I mean, just made a bunch of bonehead mistakes in this game. So, I mean, lost this game, you know, I blame it on myself. But mostly I'm testing out the weapon as well. I want to see how powerful it is, and just basically off the combination that I'm using now with the FMG9s. This thing is a lethal setup. I suggest you highly use it. This combination, FMG9 silenced with the silence and kicked, sleight of hand, assassin pro, and steady aim off the hip with the FMG9s, is just like having extended ammunition, just going and just want to go balls in and rush and just don't care. You know, definitely if you had 2 or 3 guys on your team that ran this setup, you'd be mopping up. So it's pretty sweet. We lost the game, but that's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. I hope you enjoyed the PM-9 video. I'm going to try to either do the Fad or the Dragunov next. Until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace. I'm out.